Hi, this is Chris from KRC Creations. I am going to show you how to make a bubble bath the cold process way. It, as you can see, it's super clear. This one is unfragranced and uncolored. Forgive my nails, but I'll do them today. This one's unfragranced and uncolored. So I'm going to show you how to make it without your fragrance, without your color, so that when you want to make a little at a time, you can fragrance it and color it upon, purchase or whatever. So this is it. And as I said, it's the cold process method. So there's no crock pots, there's no adding water, all that other stuff. It's really super duper easy. And I'll be right back to show you. Okay, you guys, let's get started. As you see, I put the ingredients in the slide before this in percentages, so that you can make as much or as little as you want. I already measured out my water here, and I also put in my preservative. Now, you need to put your preservative in the way that your preservative needs to go in. Mine actually goes into the water. So whichever preservative you use it that way by the percentage that the particular preservative calls for. If you need more of a percentage, I only need 1%, but if you need more of a percentage of preservative, you back it out of the water. Everything that you change in a percentage, you back it out of the water. So we have 65% water here, 1% preservative. And also what I have here is my SLSA that I have turned into a paste with my skin loving ingredient. Now, as you see, my skin loving ingredients are 4%. Depending on which ingredients that you want to put into your bubble bath, you can use that. Now, if your ingredients cannot dilute your SLSA, just use the water and turn it into a nice paste. It incorporates better into the water when you combine it. So trying to get as many of the lumps out as possible. As you know, when you use SLSA, you need to use like a mask or something, because this will really make you cough. And once it's wet, you don't really have to worry about it anymore. I should have sifted this, but I was in a rush, so I didn't. So here we go. We have our SLSA. And here is the combination of the Cocoa Betaine and the Cocoa DEA. I just usually put them in together in one container because they're going to go into our mixture at the same time. So let's get started. I have the water here. Let me make sure I'm on camera since I'm moving everything all around. Yes, I am. So I have the water here, which I add my preservative. Now we're going to slowly add our paste and incorporate it into the water. Now it's going to be cloudy, but don't worry, because it will clear up pretty quickly. As you see these little lumps here, that's the SLSA that I didn't get out. So, and be careful, you don't want to create too many bubbles in this phase. Just get all of this in. Slowly stir it in. Now that I see all these little nuggets of SLSA, I'm kind of kicking myself for not sifting the chunks out. But you sift the chunks out and you won't have this problem. But I'm going to fix it. No worries. So I got all the SLSA in here. and stir that in. It's going to get a little thicker, as you see. That's good. With this particular formula or ingredients or whatever, you don't have to worry about viscosity because it's just thick. And it really handles fragrance very well. So I have never had to add polysorbate to prevent cloudiness when I add my fragrance. That tends to not happen. So I'm going to let this sit for a minute. And as you see, it's getting kind of mucusy, and that's good. I think I'm going to use my stick blender to get these lumps out. It's going to cause some bubbling, but hey, that's what I have to do. I'll be right back. Okay, I have my stick blender here, and I'm going to do a couple pulses in here to get those chunks out. Now, you want to be careful because you don't want to create a whole lot of bubbles because then it'll take a while for your bubble bath to clear. So just a couple of pulses. Keep it low. Until you see all of those little chunks gone. Yep, I think they're all gone. Let me check. Yeah, they're all gone. Just one more pulse, maybe. 3 more pulses, I should say. Yeah, that's perfect. Get that out of the way. So it's nice and frothy and white. Really incorporating it here. Some tiny little chunks in here, but I'm not going to worry about it. So what I'm going to do now, let me rinse off my spatula. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to switch over to my spatula now. It's easier this way. You see the viscosity of this here, which is good. And all we're going to do is we're just going to add this, combine the cocoa and the Ventine, and stir. You're going to start to see it clear up as you stir. Let's get that all in there. And because I have the stick blend, there's going to be some micro bubbles in there. So those are going to have to settle out. And as you let this sit, you'll actually see it get clearer and clearer. See that it's kind of turning a less opaque white. There you go. And what I'm going to have to do is see some of the little chunks. What I'm going to have to do, and if you find that you have this problem, before I put it in the container, I'm going to put it through a strainer as I put it through the container. And that will collect all of the little all the little chunks of SLSA that didn't break down and dissolve. It's not that much, so it's not altering your formula. And you see how it's kind of clear? It's really clear. It's just the bubbles that you see. Let me see if I can get it closer to you. You see all these bubbles here? See how clear it is on the spatula? It's the bubbles that's making it a little white. Pretty much, you're done. That's it. You have your bubble bath complete and done. Now I'm going to let it sit so you can see how clear it's going to get. And I'll be back with the final product. How easy is that?